Hey, my name is Dusty Crozier, and I'm the pastor of Parkway Church. I'm sitting in the old Hay Bay Church in Loyalist, Ontario. This is the first permanent Methodist meeting house in central Canada. We're filming a documentary sort of Bible study series here as a church. It's incredible to be in this place where men and women labored to see new communities, Christian communities, with a focus on Jesus Christ, on salvation by faith, and on sanctification by His Holy Spirit, and a movement that's spread out from this place across our province. I want to let you know about an incredible movement that's happening in the summer and fall of 2023, connected to the Wesleyan Church of Canada. Years ago, I was meeting in the lobby of a church from another denomination in our area and looking at a black and white photograph on the wall. And somebody walked by, an elderly gentleman in the church, and pointed at the photograph and told the story how their denomination, decades and decades ago, had gotten together and had driven through the old Highway number 2 through Ontario and prayed over every town and city that they went through, all the way through southern Ontario. Within several years after that prayer movement, after that prayer road trip, they had planted churches in pretty well all of those cities, those towns, those neighborhoods. They covered the movement of church planting with prayer before they set out.
As a national church, the Atlantic District and Central Canada District, there's a movement afoot right now to plant missionally minded churches all across the land.
On the East Coast, and let's not forget the great state of Maine.
In Central and Western Canada.
Our dream is that God would enable us to again become a missional church planting movement.
We want to cover this movement with prayer as we set out to accomplish this enormous task in the time that God has given us. Under the direction of our national superintendent and our district superintendents, I'm letting you know that we are joining together as pastors, as local churches, to pray from St. John's, Newfoundland to Vancouver, British Columbia that summer and fall. There will be a tour starting at one end and finishing it at the other. We are in the very preliminary stages of this event, of this movement, but we want to let you know and prepare. I know for many of our churches, we are active in men's ministry, we're active in youth ministry, we're active in all these things. But during this season, would God call us to a great movement of prayer as we set out towards missionally planting churches in the next decade? We want to cover our country with prayer. We have an incredible heritage in Canada of cross-country treks. When we think of Terry Fox setting out across the country, I have a Terry Fox Run t-shirt that says, "A dream as big as our country," written on it.
We want to have that big of a vision for church planting in Canada and Maine, embracing the heart of God to bless, heal, and reach people for the sake of His kingdom.
We're going to stop by your local churches, stop by camp meetings along the way, but to pray across this entire country as we get ready to plant churches across all of Canada in these next years. Would you join me in prayer as we prepare for this great movement?
This great trek from coast to coast so that we can pray.
Start getting ready, everybody.
We want you to be part of what happens.
We will be gathering a team to do this from both districts and from the West as well, to be working together to develop the strategy over the next few years. We are excited, are you, about what God has for the future in the area of church planting. God, would you do it again? We're excited for what He has in the future. We'll talk to you real soon. God bless you today.